Good morning, everybody. Good morning, Marlene, Barbara, Daphne, and I believe Suzanne is on here and Lynn as well. Those haven't shown up yet, but we all know what this does, which is a bit weird. But anyway, how are you all this morning? So here we are, the last day of 2025. How do we feel about that? Went a bit quick, didn't it? The last bit didn't for me, but the last bit went quite slowly because of what happened and whatever. But other than that, the rest of the year seemed to fly by. Hi, Daphne. How are you? Okay, so I'm sorry. I'm just trying to catch up, and I've got a bit of glare from the window. I'm trying to work out which side it's coming from. It could be both. That's better. Much better. Yeah, lots of flooding up north. Lots of flooding. Okay. So Holly on this morning, I'm not sure, but I got her beautiful Christmas card arrived yesterday. So that is lovely. So my name's Lorraine. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in the Fraser Coast area of Queensland, Australia. Now, I was supposed to have my phone in here to show you a photo. Let me go grab it. Oh, I don't know what I've done with my phone. That's all right. I was looking. Oh, there it is. Sorry about that. Couldn't find it. It's typical of me. I usually have to ask Kevin to ring me. So I'll show you this photo in a minute. It's quite funny this morning. All right. So today, Itsy-Bitsy, Teeny-Weeny, we're going to do some paper piecing. I think I might have, I don't know if I've gone a bit silly or not with the size of the project that I've chosen to do, but we'll have a go and see how we go. How much rain have you had, Marlene? Let me have a look. 700 mil. Wow. And I also saw before that someone even further north up on the on the Normanton Road, I think it was, decided to try their luck and didn't make it. Oh, that's good. Good that you're on a hill. Hi, Suzanne. How are you? Good to see you. Yeah, this country, like, you never know what you're going to get. One minute you're going to get rain, the next minute you've got heat waves, then we've got cyclones and yeah. But we're not the only country that has that. So, but you never know what's going to pop up next, to be quite honest. Anyway, all right, let me pop down to the desk. And you'll see what we've got there. So it'll give you an idea of what we're going to do. It's just a question of whether you've got all the pieces. And that's what I said. I probably should have gone for something a bit smaller, but we're going to try and do a butterfly. So I'm just going to put it on a piece of white card to start off with this morning, and we'll work with the butterfly, and then we'll see about putting it into a card. So for doing this, you can use any as fires in Perth. Oh no. Goodness me. Yeah, that's the other thing that we get. There's a lot of fires, bushfires. Alrighty, so this is what we're going to do this morning. Now you can do this with any set that has a lot of holes in. So this delicate framing dies would work with this one here. You could do it with this one. You could do it with this one as well. There wouldn't be as many pieces, and probably that's what I should have done. But anyway, you can do it with those as well. So today I'm using Beautiful Butterflies. Beautiful Butterflies is on Last Chance. I think you can buy the bundle. I think it's 100 and something for the bundle. But I couldn't see the dies separate. So I'm not sure whether they're doing the dies separate or not. Oh, hi Leslie, how are you? Start building the ark. Yeah, gosh, I used to live in Cairns many years ago, and we used to get all sorts up there as well. All right, so I just thought I'd show you if I can get rid of, that's what I was going to show you. I have cat hair everywhere. Reason being, look at this. I don't know if you can. That is what I came into this morning. This is Lando. He decided that sleeping on the glass mat was a great idea. He pushed everything off. So there you go. So if you see me picking cat hair off of things, you'll know why. Yeah, that's what happens, isn't it? Marlene, the sea turns brown, and yeah. And then when it gets rough, you get all those, what do you call it, all that froth stuff. So, all right, so to start with, I'm just going to cut a piece of white so that I have to say, this is a good way, by the way, to use up any bits and pieces that you might have. I mean, that I've just used, the colours that I've used there all came out of my bit box. I don't know what size I want this, so what size are the butterflies? Let's have a look, see. They are 3.5. So we're going to have to go at least 3.5 by 3. So let's do that. Let's do a piece. 3 by 3.5, because we have to be able to, that was big enough. Just look at that. Look at that. Okay. All right. So what I actually wanted to do was put a dark butterfly and then put pieces in the wings of the other two colors. So we do have the outline, but I'm not sure that I'm going to use the outline, or am I? No, we might just not use the outline, just use the butterfly, like so. We can put, now I've just noticed that there's some bits left in here, and this is why I think I should have gone with something smaller, because there's lots of teeny-weeny bits in this. If we miss a couple out, it doesn't matter. Okay, so for the outline, I'm going to stick the blue down just as our outline, and I'm going to get the mat out, because otherwise we're going to end up with glue everywhere this morning. Okay, so let me turn that over, and I'm just going to put some dot. Actually, what I might do is do this, and then I've got another mat if I need it. Actually, I think I've got another 2. Just so that we don't get too much stuff everywhere, we might just dot over the butterfly so that we can stick it down without having bits everywhere. So let me do that. Oh, we're only just on there, people, only just. All right, let me move that to the side for a minute. I'll turn it round so that I don't get. So what I thought we'd do is I thought we'd start placing the, when I did this, they were like the right sides, and now they are all over the place. So as you can see, because I've cut 3, we could do 3. We are not doing 3 cards. We could do 3 cards. So we don't need the 2 outer pieces of those. And we're not going to use the blue on this one. It's now a case of finding the pieces to fit in. So I thought, well, if we start with the bigger pieces, we should be right. So at the top, I was going to do the orange, and at the bottom, hi, Daryl, how are you today? At the bottom, I'm going to do the yellow. All right, so let's see what we can find amongst this mess. So we just need to find the pieces. So looks like that piece is going to go in there. So we'll do that. And it is going to be a bit of trial and, oh gosh, now it's going to stick down in there and I don't want it to. Oh dear. Once they go back in there, that's it. I'll just leave that one for now. Okay, so we've got that piece, and then we just find the pieces as they sort of come out, I suppose, is the easiest way to do it. It's not going to be easy, so we'll just, like I said, I had them split up, and then of course, right, that piece is definite. And before I do that, I'm going to put a tiny bit of glue just on the back of it. I only want a tiny bit because, as you can see, it actually fits in there really good. And then we'll pop this piece in here. So years ago, I used to do this with, you know, the gold and silver stickers. Yes, we're all well. Thank you, Daryl. How's Mum? Good, I hope. So just having, just working our way through. So we are going to use the orange in the top on both of them. So this is going to be the hardest bit, is picking them up. So I would think that that piece is going to go in there. And I've done it again. It doesn't want to come out. We'll just leave it there. And maybe this, I don't know where that piece has come from. Come out. So it's a bit like a jigsaw puzzle. Very much like a jigsaw puzzle. This piece is going to go, this is the, I should have kept the bottoms and the tops separate, I think. You can see these longer pieces here, they're going to go in the bottom. So it's just a question of finding. Are these going to go anywhere up there? Nope. So I'm going to, the ones that I know aren't going to go, I'm going to move over to one side. Don't think, no, don't think that one is either. Then we've got, nope, going the wrong way. So we can fiddle around a bit, and if I hadn't have had a cat on my table this morning, I probably would have had a bit more done. So that piece there, I think is going to go in there. So let's pop a little bit of glue on that. Turn it around and pop it into that space. Okay. So, like I said, this will be a talk amongst yourself. Nope. Because trying to get this in to fit is not going to be the easiest thing in the world. Let's try this bigger piece here. I've got a feeling it's going to fit. Yes, it will. So I'm going to look for another piece like that in a second. For the other side, just a tiny bit of glue and pop it in. Now, you could just say, well, you couldn't put a piece of, that's good to hear. You could say you could just put it on a piece of coloured paper, but hey, where's the fun in that? Ask me again when we're finished with this one. Now, what shape was that one that I said I was going to look for? I'm worried that I may have lost some in the when I started, because I've got, like you can see, the pieces just tend to go all over the place, even if I didn't start them off there. Where's that other long piece? Like that one. That would be good to find. Okay. So with the yellow, I'm going to do the yellow at the bottom. So I might as well, if I can see some pieces that are going to fit down there, I might as well do that. So I know these longer pieces fit at the bottom. Don't ask me where though. We'll do that in a minute. That's bottom. That's the piece for in there. Yeah. Okay, so I think this is more something that you would do, you know, those times when we've got nothing better to do, or we sit and do a crossword, or we sit and do a jigsaw puzzle or something like that. Cat hair. You know, this is that sort of thing. You would sort of fit it in like that. Now, a long slim piece. Let's see. Will this do it? Nope, that's too long. So maybe this one. Well, it does, but I think it fits the other side. Fit that side. So you can see where we're going with this, can't you? Actually, no, it must fit that side. Yeah, it does. So let's pop that one in there. So how many would have the patience? Oh dear, I'm beginning to wonder that I will. Hi Tanya, how are you? So we're just going to pop that one in there, and you can see how, now I've got a feeling, nope, that's not going to fit in there. Must be one of these down here. Okay, let's have a look. This piece, is that going to fit? Get off. Nope. Seems to be leaving me an awful lot of pieces for the bottom. Aha. So that piece is going to go in there. Literally only need the tiniest dab of glue. Where did I have it? In there, and I think that might be the piece for the other side. Sure is. So has anybody got any plans for tonight? Anybody doing anything? We're not doing anything. And Maryborough, in its infinite wisdom, has nothing on tonight. We have no fireworks. We have nothing. People are a bit annoyed, really, because there's not even early fireworks for the children. If we want fireworks, we've got to travel into Hervey Bay, which is almost half an hour. I know it doesn't seem much, and I suppose if we had young children, we would do it, but we've always had it here in Maryborough as well as in the Bay, so I really don't know what is going on with the fact that they're not giving us anything here. Will that fit in there? I think it will. This is where it's going to get more difficult when we've got these little teeny-weeny pieces. And we'll pop that piece in there. We might help it along a little bit. There we go. That piece in there. Can I find the piece that matches that? I don't expect so. That wasn't it. I'll find it eventually, no doubt. And then we've got some weirdy shaped pieces as well to go in. I definitely think this is something that, have it all set out, pick all the pieces before you actually start to do it. But we're getting there. Oops, so that'll go in that side then. Okay. Must have had a bit of blue or something on my... Where are we going from here? This piece will be that piece because I did the other side. So I definitely think we're not going anywhere. Well, not that I know of, unless hubby's planned something that I don't know about, but I very much doubt it. Although he has done that a few times just lately. But wherever we go, if you went anywhere tonight, it would be really noisy. It's one of those. Yep. My friend Sue and I went to the club one year. It was nice. We had a good time. Did a little bit of dancing and what have you. But no plans. We probably will sit up until midnight because we usually do. Where was I going with that? Was I putting that in there? I was. So you can see how this is Mind you, the way they've been going, you know, like so quickly, I'll be surprised. We might lose New Year before we even know it. Like we said, those were going to be at the bottom. This little one here, is that going to go anywhere? Nope. Yeah, so we were going to go, originally I was going to go to my friend's place in Caboolture, which is where Suzanne lives. So I would have caught up with Suzanne as well, but I just do not want to go on the roads during this holiday season or any other. It's just, there's some real lunatics out there. And I was reading just before, now was that one? I was reading just before 44 families in this area have lost somebody or more than one person during this Christmas period, and that is a lot of people, and it's very sad. So not me, not going. So this is coming together fairly quickly. It's just a question of finding those pieces, that's all. Like I said, if you do it beforehand, let me see, we need some of those little... See, here it looks quite large, but when you look at it, this is the size of the piece. I believe that is the piece that we want for there. So probably a pin would be a good idea as well. And I believe that piece is going to fit. There we go. A couple of more small pieces. This is... what have we got? Nope. Let's have a look at these longer pieces so that I can get rid of them. Yeah. I know, it's so sad. It's so sad. And, you know, a lot of it is due to bad driving and what have you. People insist on blaming the roads. Personally, I don't think there's a lot wrong with the roads. If you drive properly, they're quite good. This one is the one I wanted. Turn that over. But, you know, you have people hooning and tailgating and, you know, all that sort of thing. And it's just... And I admire truck drivers, I really do, but some of them are just as bad. If we didn't have truck drivers, then we wouldn't have deliveries, but you know, we've been in the car when we've had a truck driver so close behind us that it's ridiculous. All you can see in the mirror is the grill. We have we have a dash cam for both front and back, which is good. But yeah, it still doesn't help if something happens. Doesn't help the fact. That one going to go in there. There we go. Yeah. Ooh, we're getting there. We're getting there. We just got to find these last few little pieces. No, that's not that. It's going to be a longer piece. Like I said, it's very much like a jigsaw puzzle. Is that going to go in there? No, it's not. But that's the shape that I want. See, these two here are going to be really tiny pieces. See, these would fit down in the bottom part, I'm supposing, but yeah, awkward to find some of them. And if I have to leave some white, I will, because I'm not going to. Can always colour them or put them in later. These little triangles are probably. Nope, that's not going to fit in there. Okay. It's pretty much the same ones. That I'm missing. Let me try this one. Is that going to go in there? Nope. Let's do some of the, oops, put it over there, Lorraine. Let's do some of the bottom and see how we go, and then we can come back and do some more of this after, or leave it. But you get the idea. Your mum refuses to go anywhere on the roads? Yeah. Oh, that's so sad. Oh, sorry to hear that, Daryl. I don't blame her for not going on the road either. It's sad when you know, you'd like to go somewhere. You want to do something and you have it in your head you want to do it, and then all of a sudden the fear kicks in. And it's sort of like, no, I don't want to now. Don't want to do that. And goodness knows where that piece is going to go, because, I suppose, yeah, it could go up the top. We're starting with the yellow ones, or attempting to start with the yellow ones, to pop down at the bottom. So I would say that that one will fit there, which it will. This I think is just, I'm just showing you this, and then I think what I might do is have to put the card together. Which one did I have it in? Don't tell me I've just put the glue on the wrong. No, There we go. I think, just to show you what it's about, and then maybe I'll do the card because I've got a feeling we'll run out of time. Although I can make up the card with it partly done. And, yep, that one's going to go there. It might do, yes. I'll have a... Let's have a go with that and see what happens. Oh, we don't want the orange, Lorraine. We're going for yellow now. Get these longer bits because we know where they're going to go. So that one's going to go there. So you can see with the bigger bits, it's not quite so difficult. Should be another one of those. Get off. Now what's that one? That one's going to go there. Once you get them, they just fit in so nicely. Like you don't have to worry too much about that one. Is that one going to go in there? Yes, it is. So has anybody done this or something similar? Other way. Yes, sticky. The stick you meant. Oh, that end. Oh, I never used that end. I don't even know if there's anything in there, to be honest. Every time I've used it in the past, it hasn't really done much. But let's see. Oh, no, that's not going to fit in there. But it's not going to fit in there. Where is it going to fit? That's what I want to know because there's two of them. Let's try this one. I think it's got it. No stick in it. Oh dear, that's funny. Yep, that one's going to go in there. And get a bit of a wriggle on. And then I picked the other one up, which should go in there, yes. I'm glad I got the silicone mat out, otherwise I would have glue absolutely everywhere. Right, now where's that other really long one? Has to be here somewhere. Is it that one? Yep. Well, that was silly, wasn't it, Lorraine? So I've just put the glue on the wrong side of that one. We'll get it off later. It'll come off with the rubber. All right, so this is what we've got so far. And you know what? From here on in, I'm going to cheat a little bit because I'm going to because we've got these. This is Dark Timid Tiger. I can go in here and I can cheat. Now you could do this with your pens anyway if you wanted to. All right, can you tell the difference? Because I can't. And I'm going to get my dark Daffodil Delight to save mucking around with all those others. And, oh, this one. Oh, because I did those little ones, it's gone on to there, but that's all right. And just fill these in. So you could do it if you wanted, just with the pens. But, you know, I have to make life difficult for myself. There we go. Paper piecing and a cheat. You wouldn't know the difference, would you? Okay, so that's what we've got. So we'll put that in a card. Now the yellow and the orange, I am not going to keep those. I will do them with another way. And we will pop this onto a card. So, what were those bits that are left out? What about if you put a little bit of glue and sprinkle some glitter over it? And then you would have a little bit of... Well, that's a good idea. Okay. All righty. So there you go. And you can, like, I suppose because I can see a bit clearer where it's, especially here where I went a bit over there, but you really can't tell the difference between, except the pieces that I've coloured aren't popped up like the pieces that I've stuck in. Okay, so that's where I'm leaving that. So we've got the butterfly. We're going to get a piece of paper. So I think I'll do Night of Navy. Let me see what I've got in my bit box. Could do... Put that on there, and then we'll have something else on there as well. I don't know what. Maybe... Let me have a look. So we could do it with that, with the yellow, or I don't think we want to do the orange, but we could do it with the orange. So we can go yellow or orange, or we can go rogue. Let's have a look. Let's maybe, oh, that's a smaller piece, I think. So we're going with the Night of Navy. Is that Night of Navy? Yeah, I think it is. If it's not, it's we could take those two colours out altogether and go completely rogue and put something like that on there. So, which do you like? Do you like the yellow, the orange, or I think that's Mossy Meadow actually. Or if you can think of another colour, let me know, and if I've got it, I will try it. Oh, pretty peacock. Oh, I don't mind it on the pretty peacock either. Okay, there's the 4. I'm not going to add any more. So we can have orange, yellow, mossy meadow, or pretty peacock. What do you think? Orange? Orange? Okay, orange it is. Okay. So I'm going to just pop this onto here. Not going to cut it out. Leave it on the white. See, you can see where I cheated. Let's see if I can get that somewhere in the middle. Looks okay. And then we'll put this onto the navy. Stand up. Now, of course, we're going to need sentiments, and we're going to need some bling. And this scares me, this stuff, I'll tell you. Every time I get it out, it sort of puts stuff where I don't want it. And I'm just thinking to glisten this up a little bit, just to put some in each of the little spaces, just to give it a bit of, see, that's what it does. It puts a big blob every so often. Does anyone else have that problem, or is it just me? Am I doing something wrong? I'm not squeezing it. Right, if you're going to do a big blob, do it now while I'm on the big pieces. Talk to your wink of Stella. Why not? Okay. Bit of bling on there. And we're on the card. So we just need a sentiment. What did we have with that one? They had some nice ones in there. The hello was nice. I think I might just go with happy birthday. Oh, I know what I could have done. And I can probably still do it. Now Lorraine's going to fiddle, isn't she? Let me get the timid tiger. I should have done this to start with, but obviously I didn't. I'm just going to pop some random splatters around the edge just to brighten it up a little bit. Actually, it's not central at all. I'm not really trying to do a pattern. I'm just well, guess where there's going to be all right. Just to give it a bit of, there should be another one there, but that'll do. Let's stay to that. All right. Happy birthday, I'm thinking. It's one that I've used quite a lot. You don't need that. on a skinny bit of white. I have loads and loads and loads of strips of white. I'm going to do that in the Night of Navy. You like it? I've made a few messes on the side there, but I think I can. That looks a bit better. Let me cut that down. Oh look, I could have done it on the little bit that was in there. Knew that would happen. You should listen to your intuition, Lorraine. No, that's not going to do anything, so we'll just leave it at that. It's a little bit off, but it'll be fine. We can put that anywhere we like. Probably across there. I think it'll take the bigger ones. Just. See, that's why it wouldn't let me cut it off. Talking about intuition and knowing what you should do and what you shouldn't do. I was doing, that's not straight at all. Never mind. I'm just going to pop it across there, like so. And it's difficult to get it straight when it's not on there straight. Can't really cut that down either, I don't think. Where's my big scissors? Maybe that's a bit better. There we go. All right. Yeah, yesterday I was cleaning out my cat litter trays, and I balanced them on the side of the sink. And in my head, I said to myself, that is so stupid, Lorraine. You really shouldn't have done that. And I just walked away from it and went and mopped the floor and did what I had to do. Turned around, went to shut the door and knocked them both all over the floor. So it was a case of time to start again. I don't know what colour to put on there. I might just put these pearls because I quite like them. I use them yesterday. I quite like them. You like it? What, Itsy-Bitsy Teeny-Weeny Yellow Polka Dot Bikini? Oh my goodness. That's sad when we're old enough to know that. It was funny because we were going to do a routine to that in Zumba, and we actually had yellow skirts with, dots on them. Obviously, we were not going to do Zumba in a... Okay, Suzanne, see you soon. All right, so there's basic... Oh, see, that's still not straight. I'm not having a good day today. There we go. That's a bit better. There's the card with our pieces put back in from the other ones. And when you look at it, I don't know if you can see it, but when you look at it, they're not raised, but they do look slightly raised. Okay, except the ones, of course, that I coloured. We can put a sentiment in there. Happy birthday. This is probably one that'll never see the light of day again. So that's the card for today. So I did finish off. So yesterday we did this card, and then I did the other one as a portrait. So that was the one we did with the designer series paper. And then these other two, I've decided I'll just leave them like this until I know what I want to do with them or what I want to put on them. So, so that's the cards for then. Didn't quite work out as I'd hoped this morning, but you know what? Sometimes we have those days. And maybe if my cat hadn't been asleep on my desk, I might have been able to get it a bit better. So let me come up to the top. Let me get all my stuff off my... Ugh. All right. Okay. Thank you so much. It does take a lot of patience, and this does have a lot of small pieces. Normally I would have sat down, worked out which pieces went where, and had them sort of ready to go in. But, having Wink of Stella do this all the time, and I did go over there, which is my own stupid fault, but anyway. But, it's a nice card. Oh, this one, these ones, they didn't take much patience at all. They're just a 1-inch square, and you just pop them on, and then you cut out your other 1-inch squares and put it on. This needed more patience. Yeah, so alrighty. I'm hoping to be on tomorrow. I'm not going to guarantee it, but there's a lot of us that aren't really doing anything for New Year's Day, so why not? But yeah, so Suzanne will be on now, so we can all pop over and have a chat on there. If you haven't already, I would love it if you would subscribe. Press the little notification bell if you'd like to know when I'm going live again. Please don't judge by today's card, but you were on yesterday, weren't you, Tanya? I can't remember, to be honest. Alrighty, so I will see you all hopefully tomorrow morning. And be safe. If you do go anywhere, please be safe on the roads. Look after you and yours. Nothing happening for you, Leslie? No. All right then. Talk to you all tomorrow.